It's time for the Raider Rundown, all things McCrary Central Sports, with your host Trip Strunk and introducing co-host Paul Bruner. The Raider Rundown brought to you by Blue Ridge Homes, North Highway 27 in Whitley City, and by Outdoor Venture Corporation, part of our community for decades. And now Trip Strunk and Paul Bruner with the Raider Rundown.
Welcome in, everybody, to the Raider Rundown here on Hay 98.3, your stop for all things McCrary Central Athletics. It is Monday. I believe it's May 11th. I'm getting my dates mixed up here. But yeah, it is May 11th. I just confirmed. Me and Paul are back here in the McCrary Central Library recording. We're actually not in the actual library. We're in like a little closet with like old books, and there's like a lion on the wall.
Very historic.
Yeah, it's a very historic closet here at the McCrary Central Library. But we got some good stuff to get into today with baseball, softball, and track, and just a lot of things. And there's some pretty good records that we're about to mention here coming up in the show, even with some middle school stuff. So be sure to stay tuned for the entire show, and we will have an interview with baseball player Jayden Watts here in the second segment. That'll be Paul interviewing him, so be sure to stay tuned for that. But anyway, we'll go ahead and get into the baseball and what's been going on for them this past week. So they had 3 games, and they went 1-2. They lost to Middlesboro, and then they had a doubleheader on Saturday against Leslie County at home, which they got 1. So they kind of got that first one, or they did get that first one and dropped off and lost the second one. So, that's kind of been something that we've seen in the past with this team. When they have those doubleheaders, they kind of, like earlier this year, I think we played Casey County. It was on the road. We got that first one pretty good, but just dropped the second one.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like, what do you think is like, what do you think the cause is for that?
Just what I've said in past shows. I mean, it's just the pitching, and even the coaches agree with it. Just our pitching's just not where it needs to be.
Yeah.
We gotta save our arms as much as we can. That's really all it is.
Yeah.
And I mean, our hitting averages are off the charts.
Yeah.
And our stealing bases, everything is good. But it's just our pitching's just not where it needs to be, especially having Case Spradlin out pretty much for the year. So
yeah, absolutely. And I was hoping to at least get 2 wins this week, but we only did get 1. But maybe this next week we can get them all, as we do have 3 games this upcoming week for the boys baseball. As they got 2 games against Knox Central, and then they got Barberville right between those on Tuesday. So you got Knox Central at home today right after this show airs. So if anybody's listening to this right now and you're just driving down the highway, maybe swing into the high school for a little bit and come watch the baseball team. But then on Tuesday, we are home again against Barberville, and that is the last home game until districts. And we are hosting districts now, like we did for basketball. We're also hosting districts for baseball. And districts is coming up, so get ready for that. And we'll have some more coverage for that next week for district play. But we do got Barberville tomorrow at home at 6 o'clock, and then we do have Knox Central on Thursday on the road, and that is the last game of the regular season. So hopefully we can close this regular season out with a bang. Knox Central, I mean, they're really tough. I don't know. They haven't lost a game since, I think, April 13th. I mean, that's pretty much a month ago. They've racked off, I think, around 13 wins straight. I just maybe if we get one of them, that would be good.
Yeah, Knox Central's a beast. But what I've seen this year is we can really overcome a game. We just got to have the mentality to be there.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, the pitching. I feel like the pitching could definitely be the difference. And I'm hoping at least we can compete in this. Well, there is no competing. We better win. We better win this one at home. But we'll see what happens there, and we may get a little bit more into that here in the third segment. But we'll also get into some of what the softball team did this past week, because they had 2 games, and they went 1-1. They lost to Lincoln County 19-4, and then they beat Somerset Christian in 4 innings. They beat them 16-0. So that's another district win. Somerset Christian, like I said, we've said this so much on the show because we've played them a couple times already. They are not very good. They, I think they've scored like 1 run all year, or at least if I was like that's up to date. They scored 1 run all year, and they're just not great. But it's always good when you beat a team 16-0, no matter who it is.
Yeah.
But and then so this next week coming up for the softball, we do have Bell County and Whitley County, and then Bell County again. So that's kind of another similar to what we saw with baseball. We got Bell County 2 times and then Whitley County sandwiched in the middle. Hopefully we can get all 3, but I'm hoping we can at least get 2. Bell County, they're pretty much good in every single sport. And but we'll see what happens there. But the season does close up next week against Wayne County, and then well, actually, is that Wheelhouse Districts? Does softball start earlier than baseball?
Yeah,
districts?
softball starts earlier. So
Okay, yeah.
softball will start next week,
Yeah.
and then baseball the following.
Okay, yeah, that's right. So when we play Wayne County, that is going to be a start to districts.
Yep.
Yeah, so be sure and come out and show your support. We'll have more coverage on that next week for next week's show, as that show will air like right before that game against Wayne County. So that could be the last game, but hopefully, we can get them. Wayne County, they're tough. We've lost to them both times we played them this year. We lost to them pretty bad the first time, 10-0, then lost to them 8-0. But that's not as bad as some of our losses have been.
Yeah.
So I mean, we can compete. But anyway, I guess we'll go ahead and wrap up this first segment. Be sure to stay tuned for the second segment, as Mr. Paul Bruner is interviewing boys baseball player. I believe he's a freshman.
Yes.
Jayden Watts. So be sure to stay tuned for that.
A home is so much more than just four walls and a roof. Blue Ridge Homes in Whitley City can help put you and your family in a new home for security and memories for years to come. They work with several home manufacturers to put you in the right home for you, and they can assist you with several financing options. Visit BlueRidgeHomeCenter.com or Facebook.com/Blue Ridge Homes for more information, or stop by 1575 North Highway 27 in Whitley City. Blue Ridge Homes. Call 376-2170. Outdoor Venture Corporation has been a proud member of our local community for decades, providing military tent systems for our servicemen and women and employing local residents. Plus, OVC is a proud supporter of our local schools and local sports teams. Join the Outdoor Venture team by applying today. Stop by 30 Venture Drive in Stearns or call 376-5021. Visit them online, outdoorventure.com. That's Outdoor Venture Corporation, proud to be part of McCreary County.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Raider Rundown, where we have a very special interview with the one, the only, Jayden Watts, a student athlete from Macquarie Central High School's baseball team who's making a name for himself, to say the least. He's been a very key player to this team and someone to keep your eye on this season. So, Jayden, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Paul.
So, for people that's just getting to know you, how would you describe your game as a player?
My game as a player, I feel like I'm very much of a contact player, get on base and score type of guy, steal bases. That's about it.
Yep. So, when did you first start playing baseball, and what kind of got you into it?
I first started when I was 2 years old, and really the person who got me into it was my dad, because he was very big into baseball when he went to school here.
Yeah.
So
I know you mentioned your dad, but is there somebody else that's had a big influence on your baseball career so far?
I mean, honestly, probably really just my dad.
Yeah.
He's always been the person to try to push me to be better and better than what I am, and push me to my full potential.
Good. So, looking at your season this year, you're hitting .371 batting average right now, which is pretty good. So, what's been clicking for you at the plate this season?
Well, at the start of the season, I was just very, calm and relaxed in the box, trying to just, find my own game in high school.
Yeah.
I sort of hit a slump towards mid-season, but I feel like I'm starting to kind of get my rhythm back, you know. I feel like just being very calm and relaxed in the box is what
definitely
helped me.
So, your on-base percentage is really strong, too. .480, which is whoa. So, is plate discipline something that you've worked on a lot?
Oh, yeah. At the start of the year, I told the coaches, one of my worst things is chasing the high pitch, and that's something I've tried to work on this year, and I feel like it's definitely paid off.
Mm-hmm. So, you've driven in 18 runs. Do you approach at-bats differently with runners on base?
Oh, yeah. With runners on base, usually I'm trying to, look for the gap, especially when they're on second and third scoring position. Try to shoot it in the gap or just, hit little bloopers, try to move the bases, advance the runner.
Yeah. So you've got a mix of, singles and extra base hits. Are you more focused on contact or power?
I would say definitely contact. Contact wins games,
Yeah.
I mean, power hits are good. Obviously, home runs are what everybody wants. But when you can get good contact hits and just move everybody throughout the bases, that's what wins ball games.
What's been your most memorable hit so far this season? I mean, I could probably guess, but go ahead and tell us.
I've got two. Probably the inside the park home run against
That's what I was
Oneida,
thinking.
or at Southwestern this year whenever I almost hit one out for the first time.
Yep.
Probably.
So going to your approach and mindset, I've talked to coaches and players both throughout the season about the approach and mindset to this game. What's your mindset? Like, for example, whenever you step into a batter's box, what do you think?
I just try to think, I just try to like zone everybody out.
Mm-hmm.
Just me and the pitcher,
Yeah.
just try to, lock in and just do the best I can do to help this team.
So how do you adjust your like batting position or how you stand or whatever that might be when you're facing a tough pitcher?
Usually, if I'm going against a pitcher who throws, more fast, I'll choke up on the bat, widen my stance, scoot back in the box, try to give myself a little head start to catch up with them.
So do you sometimes like study pitchers ahead of time or like rely on instincts in the moment?
It really just depends on the pitcher's skill. Like, I'll go back and look at some of the pitcher stats, if they're really good, like pitchers from Wayne County. I definitely went back to look at their stats, but I try to just normally rely on the moment.
Yeah. So we know that you play right field. You've played right field throughout most of the season, and then you kind of switched over to left field and a little center. Like we see your offensive stats a lot, but like, do you take pride in your defense, and like, what do you do in your defense?
Oh, yeah. Defense, I try to have the same mentality as I do offense. Defense kind of gets overlooked in baseball, but defense really, I would say, is almost more important than offense when it comes to baseball. Defense is what really wins games for you.
So, like, what position do you feel more comfortable with playing, and why do you feel that way?
Probably left field. I like left field the most.
So, what's harder in your opinion? Is it hitting or fielding?
Definitely hitting. Like,
Really?
Some of these athletes out here try to say that wrestling or football or basketball is the hardest sport, and I will always say that hitting a baseball is the hardest thing to do in sports.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I would have figured that fielding would have been harder because trying to catch it up in the air, you see a fly ball and sun's in your eyes. Where's that?
Yeah, that can be difficult sometimes too.
So going to your like team chemistry, that's something else I've talked to, especially Coach King and Riley Richmond about. How would you describe the team chemistry throughout the year?
Oh, I feel like it's been at an all-time high so far. We haven't had any. I mean, there's no bad blood between anybody. Yeah. Everybody usually gets along. I mean, it's been pretty good. Yeah,
and something that I've asked a bunch of the baseball players and even some of the softball, like who's somebody on your team that pushes you to be better?
Player-wise, I would definitely say probably Hayden Irvin. He usually never gets down on his team. He tries to, boost everybody up.
He's definitely very funny. I will attest to that.
He's a good, charismatic guy.
So, what do you think that makes this team so special?
I think it's just everybody knows it's our time,
and
it's just a matter of us to put it into play. Like, we haven't won districts in 16 years. I think it's far past our time.
Yeah. So, as we're approaching the end of the season, you set goals earlier in the year, but like, what kind of goals did you have set that you met this year?
Definitely the biggest one was to start varsity early and to keep and earn my spot throughout the year, and I feel like I've definitely done that.
Yes.
And then to positively impact the team.
So we only got 2 weeks left, I think, until districts. So are you having more goals that you want to set?
Definitely beat Southwestern.
Southwestern, yes.
This, it's going to sound rude to say, but I've just never really liked them. I feel like they've always been our rival, and I would love to beat them first round of districts.
Me and you both. So, just some fun questions that I want to ask now. Now we got the hard part out of the way. Who is your favorite MLB player or team?
All time, I would probably have to go with Ken Griffey Jr. I've always looked up to him. I always thought he was just, the coolest dude with the sweetest swing.
So, what's your favorite part about playing baseball?
I feel like definitely it's just, like the feeling of like it being all on you, like the pressure almost, and then like the satisfactory of being able to perform like in big moments.
Yeah. So, for those that don't know, like, what would be your walk-up song? Like, if you were playing in the MLB, what would be your walk-up song? I know I'm putting you on the spot on this, but what would it be?
Well, that's a tough one. I feel like it'd probably just be anything by Drake. I love Drake.
Last and final question I'm going to ask. What's your best baseball memory so far?
In all my years, most definitely would be my 8th grade season when we made it all the way to the semifinals in the state tournament.
Awesome. So, Jayden, I want to thank you for being on here. You know, it's hard to get people out here to do the radio show because they're nervous, but you are not, and I appreciate you for this interview. Be sure to tune in for the 3rd segment of the Raider Rundown.
A home is so much more than just 4 walls and a roof. Blue Ridge Homes in Whitley City can help put you and your family in a new home for security and memories for years to come. They work with several home manufacturers to put you in the right home for you, and they can assist you with several financing options. Visit BlueRidgeHomeCenter.com or Facebook.com/Blue Ridge Homes for more information, or stop by 1575 North Highway 27 in Whitley City. Blue Ridge Homes. Call 376-2170. Outdoor Venture Corporation has been a proud member of our local community for decades, providing military tent systems for our servicemen and women and employing local residents. Plus, OVC is a proud supporter of our local schools and local sports teams. Join the Outdoor Venture team by applying today. Stop by 30 Venture Drive in Stearns or call 376-5021. Visit them online, outdoorventure.com. That's Outdoor Venture Corporation, proud to be part of McCreary County.
Welcome back in, everybody, to the final segment of the Raider Rundown here on Hay 98.3, your stop for all things McCreary Central Athletics. Paul just wrapped up that great interview with Mr. Jayden Watts, the boys baseball player, and we greatly appreciate him coming on the show today. But we're still here in the library, and we're ready to get back into some more baseball and track and some other things. But before we do get into track and, like I said, we were going to mention some volleyball in the first segment. I do want to talk about this game against Barberville. Now, I know I kind of harped on Knox Central and how good they are in that first segment, but right between those two Knox Central games, we do have Barberville, and they are not good at all. They haven't won a game this year, and they haven't scored over 5 runs in a single game, and they're giving up anywhere from 10 to 20 runs in pretty much every single game, and they're really not great. So that is one we should get. Sorry, and we have got them. We've played them 2 times already in the season, beating them 15-3 and beating them 20-2. So that should be an easy win in my opinion. If we lose that one, something might be wrong, and we should have some more concern going into district play. But we do. Like I said, we have Knox Central. Those are tough, but at least get that Barberville one and hopefully at least blow them out. That's the last home game this season, other than district. So, I mean, end it with a bang, you know. But anyway, Paul, I mean, if you got pulled up your notes on the track.
I got it.
All right, we'll get some track.
Alert. Nathan Kramer has broken the school record, which is currently his own record, by running a 110-meter hurdle in a time of 16.98 seconds. And Layla Silcox also broke the school record for 100-meter hurdles with a time of 21.09 seconds. And Jolana Schenkel, excuse me if that's wrong, won both the 100-meter with a time of 12.34 and the 200-meter with a time of 24.93.
Wow. I mean, I don't know. I may be like maybe the same post is just popping up over and over and over on my feed, but I feel like we break these records like every week. Like
our track team is probably one of the best ones in the region.
Yeah,
they are really, really good.
Yeah, and like Nathan Kramer, I feel like I know he did break his record at least twice this year already, so that's very impressive. And you know, I feel like Layla's done the same, and then JoJo's a state champ.
Yeah, and JoJo, I mean, just seeing the picture that Macquarie Central Athletics put on there. I mean, look at all the medals she's got. I mean, she is just a record breaker, and she is just a great athlete.
Yeah, I did see like their team pictures. She at least has 25 to 30 like just medals and awards just with her pictures, and it's crazy. It really is something to see. But I mean, if you want to see those pictures, they are on our Facebook. I do.
Yes,
believe.
they are on Facebook.
Yeah, so go follow our Facebook to get coverage like that. But we did want to mention something else real quick. We'll finish talking about track before we go back and forth here. But track does have regionals on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
That's in I believe it's at the Cumberlands and Oates and Whitley County.
Yeah.
So I assume they're holding that there at the Cumberlands. But I mean, I think we can compete. I know last year we did go to state. I think the girls' side did, and hopefully we can do that again.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see what happens there. But best of luck to them if y'all want to go out there Saturday. Be sure to go show the McCreary Central track team some support. But Paul, I know you mentioned something else that I was not aware of before the show started, and I had to look at your phone. I was like, "Are you serious? That can't be real." It was one of those "Whoa, that can't be serious." But go ahead and tell the world what you showed me.
So I was just scrolling through McCreary Central Athletics. I didn't even know it till I popped it up, but we have apparently one of the best volleyball teams anywhere.
I don't know. This might be the greatest volleyball team of all time.
I mean, this is an accomplishment in itself. Our 8th grade volleyball team, who will be freshmen next year, have had a record for the entire career. 3 years, whole career. They have gone 94 wins and 0 losses.
See, that's just that. I don't know. Do we have LeBron James on the volleyball team? The LeBron James
we got
version?
something. We must have the magic.
I've never been huge on professional volleyball, but
Yeah.
who do they have? What are they eating before the games? What are they doing? I mean, that's coached by Dave Durham.
Must be eating their Wheaties, all I can say.
Yeah, I used to go into Dave Durham's office to get crackers in middle school. So I don't know. Maybe they're eating some Dave Durham crackers, but I don't understand. 94 and 0 is absolutely absurd. And they're going to be coming into the high school.
And some of them do play up in high school, so we'll see what they do.
Yeah, and I knew that we had a good volleyball team like that, but I didn't know that they went 94 and 0, 0 losses.
0 losses.
They don't know what it's like to lose.
They don't know.
That's just insane to me. But I just don't understand that. That's just I can't comprehend that.
And yeah, also like you said, big shout out to Dave Durham. He's really built that program up.
Yeah.
Even from whenever I was in middle school, and I'm a junior now.
Yeah.
He's just built it up, and this is a testament to the hard work that not only he puts in, but the players as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm kind of curious. I'd like to interview him sometime. I'm curious how he got into coaching volleyball, because I know there's not really any male volleyball teams down here, so I don't know if he really played or he just knows a lot about it.
Mm-hmm.
But that is interesting. I'd like to interview him sometime. But anyway, I guess that's is all we got for today.
I do want to do a shout out to Heidi Perkins. She did hit a home run.
That's a softball
in a
player.
softball game.
Yeah, Heidi Perkins. So yeah, big shout out to her. I remember I had assistant softball coach Haley Jones on the show a few weeks ago, and she said that Heidi Perkins can really get a hold of one.
Yes.
I asked who to look out for, hitting a bomb, and that was one of the players that she had mentioned. So her word was true there.
Yes.
But a huge shout out there, and hopefully she can do it again throughout districts. And but we'll see what happens. Everybody, I do encourage you to go follow our Facebook at the Raider Rundown and our YouTube Raiders MC, as we that's where we keep all the shows on there. I believe we are behind the show because something messed up with the file, but we'll get it fixed on there. And that's where we have all our shows, and then we have our Spotify too, which we put our shows on. So yeah, be sure to go follow all of our outlets on social media so you can get the maximum McCreary Central coverage. And just please give us some support. But Paul, I guess if that's all you got, we'll go ahead and wrap up the show.
That's all I got.
All right, everybody, have a great week. Be safe. Be sure to come show the baseball, softball, and track team support if you do have time. And I will see you all next week.
You've been listening to the Raider Rundown, all things McCreary Central Sports, with your host, Tripp Strunk, and co-host Paul Bruner. Heard Mondays at 5:30 p.m. and replay Wednesday at 8 p.m. The Raider Rundown brought to you by Blue Ridge Homes, North Highway 27 in Whitley City, and by Outdoor Venture Corporation, part of this community for decades. Tune in next time for the Raider Rundown, and be sure to follow them on social media.